people, this is Rickita. I'm back with another video. So in this video, it's going to be a podcast. So I have George here. I haven't talked to George. Usually I try to talk to a lot of clients ahead of time, but I haven't really talked to George. But we're going to go over any problems that you have or whatever you want to accomplish. And I'll just try to see if I can go ahead and help him. And remember, if you want to be on my podcast, make sure you guys text SCORE to 21,000 and you'll be able to get all of my links so that you can be able to be on the podcast. So thank you, George, for being on my podcast today.
I'm greatly appreciated for the opportunity to get on here.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. I'm happy that you're here. So tell me a little bit about yourself, and also in regards to about yourself, what would you like to accomplish? What's your biggest goal?
My ultimate goal is me. I just want to build my credit up so I have good credit. So not primarily be able to leverage it to acquire assets and have access to other sources of funding versus just using your cash. Me, I like to make money and do business-oriented things, but in order for me to make all of that completely possible, I need to have my credit in order. So when I go to banks or do business with private lenders and stuff, I don't have my credit hindering me for anything. And then on top of that, when my credit is good and I apply for a certain type of credit card, I'm able to get it hands down without even having an issue.
Yeah, without even worrying, right?
Financing a house, financing a car, your credit gonna play a factor in all these things. Or even if you leasing cars, by having your credit up the par, it's gonna change the game for you.
That's true. That's true. So how far away from this part, like how far do you think you're away from being able to accomplish, whenever you want anything in regards to cars, houses, any type of credit, how far away do you think you are to accomplishing being able to get approved without a problem?
My biggest thing is my credit. So I've been focusing on my credit a little bit more heavier than I used to because I already had credit cards and I always pretty much paid majority of all my stuff on time. But I was just looking at my credit card debt, and then as I started paying it all down, and I started looking at my report, I was just like, you know what? I need to get rid of all of this, clean this up. That's why I ain't got to look back on it and be like being lazy. And I don't like to cop out of stuff, so I just really started paying my debt down. Because I was going to do bankruptcy, and I was like, man, you know what? That ain't me. That ain't my style. I created this problem. I'm about to fix this problem.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Now, how soon are you looking to accomplish this goal? Do you have a deadline for this, or, anything you trying to get anytime soon?
I would say the fastest time possible, I would like to accomplish it. Sooner would be great. But if it take a little time, that ain't gonna hurt me neither. So.
Okay. Alrighty, so let me review your credit reports, and then we'll see where we can go from there. So the biggest goal is right now we wanna clean up your credit reports. We want to be able to get you to the point where if you're applying for a business loan, a house, a car, whatever you're applying for, you're gonna be able to get approved without having to guess, without getting denied. That's the biggest goal, correct?
You're right, because recently, I don't know what happened. I didn't pay nothing long, and nothing had reported on my credit. But my credit score was literally it was in the upper 600s. It was all my scores was over 630, 640, and then something happened, and all my scores tanked by 60 points. I was like, what happened? I was on my way with a few more things I do right, and I was about to be straight in the 700 club. And then I looked on my credit report this one day, and I just said each one of my scores went down by 60. I was like, man, what just happened? Well, almost 100 points. I was like, man, I just lost almost 100 points in a month.
And how recent?
I was at 630 from all my scores.
How recent did you say that was again? How recent?
It's been from last month.
Oh, it just happened.
We're gonna say within the last 5 to 6 weeks, I saw my credit score come out of the 600 and get down into the 500s again. Cause I wasn't that far away from 700. I was like, that's why I started getting the credit card. And then when I heard about the self-lender, I was like, okay, I could get these little items and then knock some of these inquiries and stuff off my account. And I'm like, oh, I'll be good to go.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, let me look at the credit cards you have.
When my credit score went down, I kind of ended up finding your page.
Perfect timing.
And I was like, man, you know what? I'm in the right place at the right time.
Perfect timing. Okay, so let me look at the credit cards that you have now. Let me look at your full credit reports because I don't like to really look at them too much ahead of time. I like to hear what you want to do and then we can go from there. So let me look at them. I'll ask you a few questions while I'm looking at your credit reports and we can just go from there, okay?
Yep.
So far I see you have over 4 credit cards, correct?
You're right.
So that's good. So we got those 4 credit cards. That's a good thing. Now we got to make sure you got those 2 installment accounts. And you said you already got the self, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I already got it. It hasn't popped up on my credit yet.
Okay, that's what I was like. I don't see it. Did you sign up for the kickoff also? Because I don't see. Well, I guess this is that's a credit card. You only got credit cards. You don't technically have any line of credit reporting right now. All the way positive.
Now you right. I have kickoff. It just hasn't reported on my credit report, and I have self-lender, and it has reported on my credit report. Yeah, I got both of them.
Okay. And then the mortgage that you have. Okay, good. And just in case anybody don't know what self-lender and kickoff is, I want to make sure I go into a little details. Those are just installment accounts. So far you got your 4 credit cards and then you got your 2 installment accounts. They just didn't report yet. So as soon as those report, I'm pretty sure that's going to put you, in a better situation. It's going to raise your credit score up. It's going to raise it up more. Because right now we in the 5s. But easily you're going to get into the 600s next month because you're right there. So let's see. And then I see that your mortgage says that it was transferred, but then the other one says that it's paid. Do you currently still have a mortgage?
Oh, no, I haven't had a mortgage in what year we in? We're in 2020. It's about to be in 2021. So I would say 4 to 5 years.
Okay. But the point that you had that on your credit is really good. It's really good because it showed that you had, diversified accounts. You have different type of accounts. Okay, so we know you got the 4 credit cards. You got your 2 loans.
It got closed out for 4. It got closed out. Somebody had got my house for 4, but that's a long story. Yeah.
Well, I seen that you had the one that when it got transferred. I did see that it was like a different loan with late payments, and we're gonna definitely get into those. So I see you got the 4 credit cards and 2 installment accounts. So those are positive. So let's see. So anything that has like a late payment on it, like the First Progress credit, so you got the First Progress credit card. I only got 1 late payment back in 2019. Like we got to work on getting that removed from your credit reports. And then that mortgage that you had, that late payment, just a late payment, not the full account. That account is good.
So what do you recommend? I pay it off because that's a secure credit card. So once I pay that off, I can request to get back my deposit and my money by paying it in full.
Yeah, well, I don't. Let's wait until we get you some higher limit credit cards. And the only reason why I say that is because if you pay that account off right now and tell them to close it, don't forget closing account's going to drop your credit score. And we don't want to do that right now. We just want to get that late payment off from 2019. And you got to do dispute letters to be able to do that. Or maybe even a goodwill letter.
I was disappointed when I seen that late payment on my car. I don't even know how I ended up forgetting that particular month.
Yeah. And then the mortgage that you have, it says that it's paid and closed. But then one of them say, wait, listen, it's 2 different ones. Experience says that it's paid and it's current and it's closed. You had late payments before, but everything is good now. TransUnion says that right now it's closed, but you're late 120 days. Give me a little bit of background on your mortgage.
Okay. I had a house, so this was years ago. I had bought a house, family house, and all this stuff. Thing got a little crazy. I got pissed off, and I was just like, man, you know what? Screw this mortgage. I got busted my behind, put myself and our family in a good position. Ain't nobody care about it, so I was just like, man, screw it. I just like, fuck it, stop paying the mortgage. So the late payments, I had late payments on the house, So on the back end, it would be correct, but they had transferred it from the previous person to another another person.
Mm-hmm.
The previous person, when it was under the previous company, it was paid on time. Then it switched to the other one, then when the payment fell off.
Okay. Because right now, the point that they're saying, Experience saying paid and it's current, and TransUnion saying closed and it's the payment status is later 120 days, that's the reason why they should just delete that account altogether. So that's good in your favor. That's a good thing that they messed up like that. But I just want to make sure I hear like what was going on, because you got two mortgages on here technically. You got one where the high credit was $7,200, and then the other one, a high credit, was $149,000. Where did that $7,200 come in at? Was that a second mortgage?
No, not to my knowledge. I don't know about no second mortgage. I know about one mortgage that was $1,000.
Well, it's a
$1,000. It was a little bit over $1,000, but I don't know where the other one.
It's one called Asney. The one that's from Asney, it was opened in 2015. Maybe it was just a second mortgage.
Hold on. Let me stop. Oh, you said what is it? Is the abbreviation AS something?
Yep.
Something.
ASNY.
That was the time. That was like a timeshare or something that I was trying to get out of, but I ain't had much luck being able to taking it off my credit.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Because it says closed on it. It says that they closed it out and all the rest of the stuff, but yet they still reported on there a certain type of way. Yes, I was trying to get that removed off of there.
Okay, we got to still work on getting that removed, because it's still it's off of Experian, but it's still on Equifax and TransUnion. And people don't understand too. Sometimes the account can be with one credit bureau or two credit bureaus, but not with the other. So we just got to work with getting it removed. That's it. And then I see like a few collections on here we need to work on getting removed. And I see like some of them been removed so far because they scattered.
Yeah, because I should have like cars on there, but those cars was from when I got into car accidents and they closed my account back on the car side, because I voluntarily surrendered. Like my car that I had voluntarily surrendered. I gave it back. I was like, I don't care if it take a credit hit, you can have it. Here, I gave it to him.
Yeah, just to get it over with.
I didn't want to pay no car note no more.
Yeah. And that's probably the Chrysler Capital?
You said what?
Is that the Chrysler you were referring to?
Yeah, that was with Chrysler Capital. Yeah, I was in I had one of the Charger. I got the Charger. I had the Charger for a minute. I didn't want the car no more.
Yeah, one of my other clients had that.
Y'all can have it.
Yeah, one of my other clients had that Chrysler Capital on the credit reports. We was working to remove it. So I kind of know how that's going to go. Okay. Well, we just got a lot of accounts on here we got to remove. It's quite a few accounts on here you got to remove, but you can go ahead and start working on it yourself, or I can go ahead and start working and remove these accounts. Since you already got 4 credit cards and 2 installment accounts, I really just want you to sit on your credit for a few months. I don't want you to start applying for more credit. I don't want you to do anything, because when you get your credit all the way together and all these accounts are off, now you can start getting a higher limit credit cards. If you start getting credit cards, now they're going to start to get you these little, low limit credit cards, and we don't want to go there right now. You want to try to get, like right now, none of your credit cards are over 1,000, hon. You want to start...
Yeah, none of them over 1,000. The only cards I got, which I don't know if you see them on your end, because when I finally checked my Experian account, use my Experian, I seen that they had reported that I got the overstock account is on there. It showed the $1,000 limit on the overstock on there. My Victoria's Secret card that I had that I got. And
was they shopping cart trick cards?
Oh, yeah, doing a shopping cart trick card.
Oh, that's good.
I had seen them. But on my report, when I checked my Experian account, they had brand those on my account as hard, even though it worked on the shopping cart trick.
Did they? Did they? Both cards?
I just checked my my Experian gave me notification.
Mm-hmm.
I got the app, so I had went in the app and checked, and then it gave me, I went in the little corner and clicked it and dropped down a little list, and it showed like all the, it showed like 1, 2, 3, like the hard inquiries, or those particular cards I got for the shopper cart trick. I'm saying it wasn't supposed to be no hard inquiry.
Do you have my inquiry removal?
Even though I got the card, they had hard inquiry on it.
Do you have the inquiry removal so you can work on removing those before they hit your credit?
I got them. Yeah, I got the inquiry removal. I'm just not that good at calling the credit people and stuff on the phone. But I'll follow your steps and report what needs to be reported to get them removed. Unless you want to do it for me, because I just spent the money.
No. We don't do the inquiry removal on our end. It's really simple. But just this is the key though. I don't see it on your credit reports right now. I don't know if you see the actual account on your credit report, but you want to do that before them accounts come on your credit report, so you're gonna be stuck with those.
But yeah, so on my experience, which I'm going into it now. It don't show up. It didn't show up on no other one, but it did show up on my experience a certain way.
I mean, like the accounts. Did the account show up? Did the overstock credit card pop up on your credit reports?
Well, all right. I'm finna go on my end. I'm finna go over what I see on my experience through the app.
Okay.
And click on my account and see. All right. It says I got. Let me see. 1, 2. I got like 2 or 3 alerts. I got an alert from the company. It says, well, no, it is not inquiry on the account. It's just an alert. Well, I thought it was an inquiry, but it's just showing me, my phone just showing me that it alerted me that I got Victoria's Secret, but it's not an inquiry.
Okay.
So I changed it. It's not an inquiry on my account. It's just showing me that I got these new accounts on my account. The only one that gave me an inquiry was credit card inquiry. No, they didn't do that either. Just a high alert. But that was the Good Sam Visa card.
Mhm.
I don't know if I got that card or not. I'm not sure. They said they was gonna look over it and then get back with me about that particular card. I had got notification on that one, but I did get the other 3 cards, so I did get the overstock. They didn't put an inquiry on my account for that.
Okay,
They
good.
didn't put an inquiry on my account for the Victoria's Secret, so yes, I ended up getting in the Express when I thought I had the $25,000, which you told us it was $250, and I ended up getting that.
Okay, good.
So I ended up getting those 3.
So dang, okay, you gonna have so many credit cards. Okay, we got enough credit cards now.
I don't use my credit cards that good. Like, I might use my card for some gas just so I can pay the money back. Like, I might have the money in my pocket. I might pay for the gas with the card on purpose and then send the money right back to the credit card piece just to keep the payment history up on the card. Like, I don't use my card for major purchases. I just use them to build credit.
Okay, I see what you're saying. So don't get any more credit cards right now, though. I think we got enough. Let's work on removing these accounts from your credit reports.
I got more than enough cards. I don't need no more cards right now. All I need to do is just focus on preparing my credit and then gradually over time increasing the limits on the ones that I have.
Yep, there you go. And then we'll get we'll get the higher limit credit cards too. We'll work on that.
All right, because as my score increases, I'll be able to get the high limit card. Once my score goes to a certain level, I can get the high limit cards that you were talking about.
Yep, you'll be able to get those. But I think that we're gonna have to wait. Let's wait a little bit though. Let's get this Chrysler cap off. Let's get these. I think you had 2. The Hyundai. You still want to get that removed from your credit reports too.
Yeah, Hyundai, them old too.
Yeah, all of your negative accounts.
Them was long before the crisis. A lot of the stuff that's on my report
It's super old. Yeah.
All of it's old.
So let's remove it all.
Years ago.
Let's work on removing all those accounts from your credit reports. And then as we remove those accounts, your credit score is going to shoot up. It's going to shoot up really fast. So what I want to do is I want us to, when all them accounts are removed from your credit reports, we're going to go in and get the higher limit credit cards. And then you should be good after that. When you get the higher limit credit cards, as soon as you get to that 750, 720 mark, that's when you really can do as much as you really want to do. But when you get to that 750 mark, it's going to be about just sitting and keeping your balance low at that point. And then you'll be good. You'll be able to get whatever loan you really want.
Oh yeah, my God, I'm trying to get to. Once I get to 750, I'm like, all right, I'll be to plateau. Then I'm gonna up myself on some more because I'm gonna be trying to get to 800/850. Like I want
slash
get it as high as I can possibly get it.
a slash 800/850.
That's on my own ego right there.
Well, no. When that's what I'm saying. When you sitting on those credit cards and you're not maxing them out, you keeping the balance low. Your credit score don't have no choice but to keep going up. So it's all gonna come with the territory. But what I'm saying is you need to have a nice set foundation, and then you'll be able to get there. Okay.
You know it.
So what route would you like to take? Are you gonna start removing these accounts yourself, or do you want us to take care of it for you?
I want you to take care of it. Look, I was signed up. I will pay the monthly every single month. Like it doesn't bother me. I have like the subscriptions, but when I got my finances in order, when I started really looking at where my money was going, I was like, man, I'm spending money on a lot of BS. I was like, I could be spending money on some productive stuff.
Yeah.
So I literally cut down all my expenses on crap that didn't matter and started looking at the basic subscriptions I had. I was like, okay, I don't need nothing but this subscription and this subscription. And then I was like, I'm gonna be paying for the subscription for the credit removal because I don't use less until all in the past and they garbage.
You have used them already?
I had them before. I used them. That was years ago. Though.
Oh, okay.
This was like I would say at least 6 years ago, but they garbage.
Yeah, because you still got a lot of accounts.
You're spending your money every single month, but it's like your credit really ain't moving.
Yep, you can't do anything.
It's barely moving at all. It ain't doing nothing. So I'd rather pay a person realistically who communicating with me, who talking to me about my credit, who actually looking at it and saying, hey, these are the things you need to work on. And we can proceed going here. These are the actions you need to take in order for you to get to where you're trying to go.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna put you in contact with Israel, and I'm gonna put your goals together. And what he's gonna do is he's gonna get you completely signed up. Because I already have everything done now, so he's going to go ahead and get everything else taken care of. And wait about those 30 to 35 days. If you got Credit Karma, you already got Experian. They're going to let you know, hey, you got new alerts on your accounts. A few accounts have been removed from your credit reports. You know, you're going to get those alerts. I love those alerts. Yeah, I love to get those alerts.
Because I saw my credit utilization go down. I said, when I seen it, once them cards hit from the shopper card tree, I saw my utilization slice in half. I was like, it went down from, I was already at 20, so I was like at 20, 21%. As soon as them cards hit, it dropped straight down to like 11. I said, wait till I pay these credit cards this month, it's going to be at 0.
Yeah, and then did your credit score go up from there too?
Nah, because, I don't know. I can't really tell, because, I just had the free one. I got the free one now. I had the one that I was paying for. But that's because I had swapped my card that was on there, so I ended up not being able to pay for it to see was it actually updated. Okay.
And that's for the credit check total, or you go directly through Experian?
I see my card steadily going up. I normally see it going up gradually.
Okay. Well, we should be able to, you're going to get notifications from us definitely, because we're going to continue to check your credit. So keep the Identity IQ open, and that could be your credit reports right there. And you're going to have an online portal with us where you'll be able to log in, see what's going on, and if you have any questions, you can always call or text us at 833-RICKITA. Same number I called you from. Well, hopefully I called you from 833-RICKITA. So I'm gonna get you transferred over. Well, I'm gonna have Israel go ahead and call you right back. And I really appreciate you coming on and being on the podcast and letting the world know your business, basically. Do you have any questions for me?
Oh man, look, I'm a human being like everybody else, man. I ain't got no power cut on nobody podcast talk. Like that's what I can do. Anybody want my viewpoint on something? Like you want the truth, just ask me, because you gonna get it.
That's true. Do you have any questions for me, though?
None major. If you later on, if you need me to, if you think that's good for me to get the list, like the list of 100.
No, credit cards.
You know.
Uh-uh.
Other than that, then other than I got nothing because I got plenty of credit cards, so I ain't worried about that. I always knew how to acquire credit cards and stuff like that and build it back slowly, but never really the process of getting stuff deleted off my report. It's how I ended up finding you because I was on YouTube searching about my credit and stuff like that, and then I happened to see your channel.
Oh, okay.
I was like, man, what is this she talking about? And I said this shopping cart trick, so I watched the video. And then you had came on again. I seen another video came on. So I had watched two of them. Then you came on live. I think the day that I told you when you got that message that said I had got that Victoria's Secret card. See, I wasn't working, so I was on my laptop that particular day, and I was sitting in there and I was like, man, you know what? I said, thank you. I'm in Florida. I'm away from work right now, so I was on my laptop. I was on live and I started putting that information in that you were talking about. I'm sorry, I literally was following all that stuff you were saying, delete the cookies, all that. And I clicked on it. And it worked. I don't know if she knows what she's talking about right here. I said, after that, literally, I had started messaging my brother. I had went in the room and I told my sister, I said, here, look, go to Factor Trust. Put your information in there. I'm finna help y'all, each one of y'all build y'all credit back up. I'm in the process of building mine back. I said, but y'all at the launching pad. So you ain't gonna have none of these problems above your head like I did when I went out here and made mistakes and failed and then improved later. I said I'm gonna give you the platform from the beginning, so you ain't gotta worry about none of this when you come out here. And I messed with my brother and I told him to go to Factor Trust. And I told my sister to go to Factor Trust and I told my other brother to go to Factor Trust. I was like, hey, y'all do this and wait a few days. And I'm gonna help y'all get some credit cards so y'all can establish some credit so you can build it. I said, now don't do nothing dumb with these credit cards because your credit score gonna go down.
True.
Because I like what you were saying, I was like, it making perfect sense. I was like, once you get this stuff with credit, you don't start having problems with credit till you start overspending them limits.
Yeah.
And knowing you can't pay them back.
Yep. Well, I'm happy that really makes me smile that you're teaching them.
And I was like, I liked it your channel. So you were keeping it real. You communicate with us, but you got a what you want to call it, an audience-friendly channel.
What do you mean by that?
Audience-friendly. Like you see how you go live, but you talking to us, but you really into it and really care about what you're doing.
Oh yeah.
Most of us do it. Like you care about what you're doing, but you care about the people that's in there in your live chat, learning how to build their credit back up and getting this information that you put out. So, but that's what make us keep watching the channel.
Aw, well, I really appreciate you really spreading that to your family too, because that's how I started. I started like, listen, y'all, we got to do this. We got to do this. Because sometimes your family just don't get that information, and the point that you just spreading it, that is really good. And listen, how long did it take after Factor Trust, after you opted in to Factor Trust, that you was able to do the shopping cart trick? How long did you wait?
I don't know. I ain't gonna lie. I don't know if I was already opted in to Factor Trust, but I had seen one of your previous videos before I had did it. Because I filled it out on Wednesday and did the shopping cart trick. So I had signed in to Factor Trust probably a couple days before I had got on there. Before I had got on my laptop. I did it on my cell phone when I watched one of your videos probably that Friday or Thursday before I had got ready to go out of town. So that Wednesday I was on my laptop. I already knew I had done signed in the Factor Trust, but I signed in again. So I don't care if I wanted to make sure my information was right, so I filled it out again. And then as soon as I did everything you said, when I did everything you said, boom, it popped straight up there. Shopping cart trick work like clockwork. But if you read Factor Trust, it says give it about 5 business days. It says it up there. It says give it some days. Like sometimes it might work immediately, but if you give it about a good week and you go in there, you're probably gonna be opted in. I know because when I came back, I had a letter underneath my door with a credit card. Somebody, you're pre-approved for this credit card.
Yeah, because Factor Trust gonna send you a lot of. Well, they gonna have all the cards sending you stuff, and those credit cards will work too for getting approvals too. But don't go too crazy. Don't go too crazy.
Nah, because I had that Indigo card. I ain't get it, but I had got that card. That card had came to me beforehand too. I didn't get that card, but it came to me. It came in the mail, and I came in the mail two or three times over the last couple months, trying to get me to get the card.
And they gonna keep coming, but don't forget you can opt out and tell them don't send you offers too. But that's up to you. I suggest you just keep it open for right now. Yeah, let them keep coming. You might see something nice. Yeah, let them keep coming.
I like it.
Okay. Well, I actually emailed you your credit goals already. That's all. Only thing I want you to do right now is I do want you to sign up for Digit. I've been showing people about Digit Live with a $5 savings where you when you sign up for the account they give you $5, and I want you to start saving. I just want you to just really start getting the habit of saving money. They're gonna take like the extra money in your account and put it into a separate saving account for you. And I have that now. I think I got like $1,300 now that they took.
Saving money ain't hard. The money that I typically save is usually invested. So
yep.
Like say if I save $25, I normally take that $25 that I saved and go invest it in something. So my savings account be depleted, but it don't really be depleted
because it's invested.
Because I took that money out of there and reinvested it into something else.
Yeah. Well, that's good then. You already on that.
Simple. I have my account set up to automatically save money. Like when I spend money, so I got my stuff set up to round to the nearest dollar. So if I spend 50 cents, the other 50 cents going into the savings account.
Yeah, that's good. And people don't understand how much that change add up. How much it adds up. So I'm glad you're doing that.
In my house, in my drawer, I don't even spend change. Everything I spend is to the nearest dollar. So if I go to a restaurant I eat, they give me back 50 cents to 50 cents going inside the change that I have in my house. Like, it won't even get spent. I don't care. Some days I might have $5 worth of change in my hand and get where it go. I take all of it, throw it inside the change. I don't even try to spend it. I don't worry about money because I be making money almost every day. So I just literally take what's left and put it where it needs to be. I'm focused on investing and using my money that I've invested from the asset to use that money and live off of. Not saving is trash. Like, you only need to save if whatever you're saving requires an abundance of money to get where you're trying to go. Other than that, you can slowly invest your money and get a return on your investment.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That is true. Well, I'm happy you already saved, but you already up on everything. Only thing we got to do is just remove these accounts. So I sent you that application. Complete that application. We already got your credit reports, and we just going to go from there, okay? We're going to get you all the way signed up. I'm going to have Israel give you a call.
All right. Thank you.
Alrighty, you're welcome. So I guess I'll see you tonight. All right, thank you for being on the show.
I'm gonna watch this on the playback. I'm telling my relatives, hey, I'm like, watch this. She was in the film on her podcast.
Yeah, definitely go ahead and share it. I'm gonna send it to you right away. I'm gonna get this video posted within like 2 hours. I got one more podcast right after you.
All right.
Alrighty.
You get to work.
Alrighty. Well, I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.
Alrighty. Bye.
Bye-bye. Oh, my God. I have another call coming in that fast, you guys. Let me turn this off. But I am so happy that he came onto the podcast, you guys. And I know I got the next podcast coming up, but I want to go over this podcast just in case you guys didn't catch everything. So I always tell y'all about the shopping cart trick. He already told you guys that he got 3 credit cards with the shopping cart trick already. And on top of getting those 3 credit cards, he got 1 more credit card that said they was going to contact him and let him know what steps he got to do next to be able to get that card. They probably just want to verify his identity. He already got multiple credit cards outside of those too. So far, he probably had like 9 or 10 cards. He about at like 10 cards, you guys. So I already tell y'all get 4 credit cards. So he already at that point, and he just signed up for the self-lender, and he just signed up for the kickoff, which is really going to boost his credit score. We just got to remove those negative items from his credit reports, and he is going to be good. Don't forget, if you guys want to be on my podcast, all you have to do is text SCORE to 21,000, and then I can definitely have you guys on our podcast, and we can just go from there. Remember, always call or text me. My phone number is 833-Rickita, so call or text me anytime, you guys. I try to go live for you guys every day. If I miss a live, I'm so sorry, but I'm human. But I try to go live for you guys every day for an hour to answer any question that you guys have. Come on to my live, and don't think it's going to be too saturated, because I will literally go through every question. And if it gets too packed to the point where I have so many questions and we're past that hour, I literally stick around for every question. I stick around afterwards just in case somebody just pop in another question. But I'm definitely here for you guys. If you guys have any questions, definitely go ahead and call or text us. You'll be able to get my assistant and we can just go from there. So I'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye. Do is, if you want to try my trick, I want you to opt into Factor Trust. So to opt into Factor Trust, you have to go ahead and click here. So this is the website. I'll have it down in the description. I want you to opt into Factor Trust. So when you opt into Factor Trust, all you're doing is telling them, hey, I want to get credit card offers. And you have to apply. You have to actually give them your name, your address, your social security number, your date of birth. They're a credit bureau, so they're similar to, TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian. Those are the three major ones. But go ahead and click submit. After you click submit, then you want to go ahead and enter that information that I told you that you'll have to submit. Go ahead and submit that information and click confirm. Now, when you submit this, remember, you're telling them I want offers. So be prepared to get a lot of offers in the mail. But that's good because remember, you're trying to build your credit score up. And for you to build your credit score up, you need at least 4 credit cards. Now, let me show you what you can do after you actually opt in. After you opt in, then you have a chance of getting approved for credit cards without them actually checking your credit score. So let's go ahead and go to victoriassecrets.com because that's an easy website where you can just test and see if you can do the opt-in. You don't have to get the credit cards, but you can see if you get the pop-up saying you're pre-approved without them checking your credit scores and without them actually give you that hard inquiry. So let's go to victoriassecrets.com. So after we go to victoriassecrets.com, I want you to put $250 worth of items in your cart. I already have items in my cart because I did not clear my cookies. So if you try this trick and it's not working for you, I want you to clear your cookies. I want you to clear your cookies and I want you to go into incognito mode. And if you want me to go through that, let me just run through it really quickly. You don't have to ask. I'll just do it. Let's go ahead and click the 3 dots here at the top. So it's 3 dots at the top and go to settings. After you go to settings, I want you to put pop into the box. And I'm going to kind of go fast because I don't want to, if you already know this, I don't want to, pull you through it. But I want you to go ahead and click here where you see it's highlighted with the pop. Go ahead and click there, scroll to the bottom, and you want to make sure that you click pop here, and then you allow pop-ups. You'll make sure that it says allowed. So make sure it says allowed on your computer. Go ahead and click enter again on pop. Let's go ahead and just put pop in again. I want you to go to clear browsing data. That's your cookies. That's when they track you. They know where you've been. So far they say I've been to 169 sites. I downloaded 10 items. Like they know too much, right? So I want you to clear your data. So after you clear your data, they're not going to have this information anymore. So I want you to go to the Victoria's Secrets website, but I want you to do it in an incognito mode. I'm able to do it without incognito, but I want you to see what it looks like to do it in incognito. And this is actually called the shopping cart trick, what we're going to be doing. So I want you to put Victoria's Secrets here, click submit, click enter, and I want you to put that $200 to $250 worth of items in your cart. So I like to just go ahead and hover over sleep and go to cami sets. But again, it can be any $200 to $250 that you want to go ahead and pick the items. You can pick them yourself. You don't have to go ahead and follow these items, but I suggest you follow them, but you don't have to. And you can always rewind, slow it down, or whatever it takes so that you can go ahead and get this trick to work for you. So I like to click the small. And I like to get 4 of them. And so I get the same items. I don't like to go ahead and get different items. I think it's just too much work and it's not necessary. So I want to add this to my bag. Now I want to click checkout. Now, as you can see here, the items is actually only $198, but with taxes, it's going to put me over that $200 mark. So I'm not concerned about it. So I'm going to click checkout. After you click checkout, you want to check out as a guest. So go ahead and click checkout as a guest. Now, I want you to go ahead and type your information in, that same information that you put into Factor Trust. I want you to put your first and last name here, your address here. I want you to put your phone number and your email address in. And the only reason why you want to put that same exact information, that's because when the Factor Trust sent your information over to these credit card companies, the only thing that they gave them was your name, your address, your phone number, and your email address so that they can mail you stuff, they can email you things, you can get all these different offers, right? So put that same information in here, but I'm going to type this information in of the client that I have. So remember, you want to make sure that this is that same information. If you do not put the information in correct, then they're not going to go ahead and give you that pop-up that I'm going to show you in a second. So I'm just typing in all the information that you will have to put in so that you can get that pop-up. And keep this in mind too. There's over 60 different credit cards that allow you to get credit cards without them checking your credit score. So go ahead, if you get approved for this one, if you get the pop-up, I want you to get the shopping cart trick guide in the description where you can see those 60 different credit cards. So I have all of the information put in. So I just want to verify that everything is correct so we can get the pop-up. So far everything is correct. I want to click continue to delivery. So after you click continue to delivery, this is the pop-up that you're going to get. It's going to say, congratulations, you're pre-approved for the Victoria's Secret credit card. And this is the pop-up for all of the companies. You should get the same exact pop-up saying that you're pre-approved. Now, they're asking you to pick which credit card you want to get. So I always like to get the pink. If you watch this plenty of times because you're trying to master this trick, then you know I love the pink card. So I'm going to click accept now. And what they're going to ask you for is I want you to put your date of birth here, your last 4 digits of your social twice, and they want you to go ahead and check this box here and click finish, submit for review. So that is what they want you to put here. And remember, after you go ahead and put this information in, they're going to let you know, congratulations, you're pre-approved for $500. You're pre-approved for $1,000. Now, I don't suggest that you actually buy the things on this. I don't suggest that you go ahead and get it. What I would do is I would just exit out. So I would click that X right there. And after they tell you how much you're approved for, they're going to send you that card in the mail. So you can go ahead and look at my guide down in the description. It's called the Shopping Cart Trick Guide. And you'll be able to get those same credit cards that's on that guide. And remember, they're not going to be checking your credit score and they're not going to be pulling your credit reports, giving you that hard inquiry. But if you have problems with hard inquiries, then go ahead and look down in the description. I have the hard inquiry removal guide also, where you can go ahead and remove inquiries from your credit reports. But yes, guys, I taught you guys the trick. So now I want you just to implement it. And remember, you want to opt into Factor Trust. After you opt into Factor Trust, it's going to be so many different offers coming in the mail. And now they're going to tell these different companies that you want to get the credit card, which is going to make it easier for you to be able to get them. So if you have any questions, go ahead and call or text me. My phone number is 833-Rickita. And remember, I'm always here for you. So you can always call or text me. You're my assistants. We're definitely here for you. And if you want me to try to see if I can do this trick for you, I also have a section in the description that says, click here if you want me to try to do the trick for you. And usually that trick can be done within 24 hours so I can see if I can get you pre-approved. If you have any questions, like I said, call or text me. Make sure you subscribe, like this video, and leave a comment with your Cash App so you can be entered into my monthly drawing.